years ago, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you're about to meet one of these living fossils. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only Robert. Make him feel welcome. It's your Australian Zoo Captain.
G'day. Well, how's the day going? Good? Are we loving it? Are we loving it? I like it. Well, thank you very much. Welcome to Australia Zoo. What a beautiful day to feed a crocodile. Today we have Murray. Now, Murray is the very first crocodile that ever got a feed in the Crocodile. He was the OG. He's a very special croc to us for many reasons. Today, we're using Murray and all of his predatory instincts to show you what to do and what not to do in crocodile territory. Nero here and myself are going to be purposely getting too close to the water's edge and making the ultimate mistake of getting in the water with the crocodile. Not a good idea. Crocodiles rely on camouflage to stalk and attack, kill their prey. Now, as he gets closer here, notice he's not making a ripple. He's getting ready for the ambush, getting grumpy, and now that he's grumpy, he is all yours, Nero. Thanks, mate. Come, big boy. Oh, it's game.
Buddy, that's my shadow. Open. How cool is that, hey? Absolute weapon. So, when he really means it, he can strike from the tip of his nose to the base of his tail, literally in the blink of an eye. No other animal in the Australian bush can get out of the way, but what do you reckon, Robert? You want to jump back in and splash around and keen?
Yeah, what could go wrong? Let's see if we can beat him across the creek here. Hey, boy. Hey, muzzer. Now, Murray here is such a quick crocodile. He's very athletic, really means business here. But what we want to try and do, slow things down just a little bit, and I'd love to show you a really good strike here with Murray. Now, watch what he does. Watch how he'll surface and have a look, but as soon as he sees splashing, sees activity, he goes back under the surface, pops up, has a look, back under again. So it is all about camouflage. It's all about remaining unseen as quick as possible, as long as possible, so that he can strike when the moment is hot. Hey, big boy. All right, let's see what he's keen to do here. Hey, Master, come on. Hey, big boy, come on. Oh, you're being funny. You're being funny today. There you go. Give it up for Murray, isn't he cool? What a good boy. Now, Murray here is a large croc. He's over 4 meters long, but very, very fast in the water and at the water's edge. And that's all thanks to his tail. That is what propels him up and out of the water. He does have another amazing tactic, a natural thing called the tail walk, which really puts all of that tail power to good use. All right, Nero, all yours.
Yeah, right, so he's already done a couple of nice strikes from the water's edge, but this is the other form of strike a crocodile can do. So it does look a bit like a serpent trick, but it's not. Literally, he will do this as soon as he hatches out of his egg, and he's about 15 centimeters long, super cute, super tiny. He's hanging out in the reeds. He starts to do this strike method to catch insects, small reptiles, stuff that's overhanging in those reeds. He's keen to show us. So he's locked onto the movement overhanging the water. He's planted his feet. You can see that tip of the tail is starting to twitch. So he's keen to launch up as soon as he sees movement. Launches up and grabs whatever's overhanging the water. So he's still doing tail walks of this size. They can do it when they're bigger than him, getting over half their body length straight up and out of the water. So at this size, he'd be taking things like possums, flying foxes, cuscus, anything that's hanging too low in the river system that he can lock on, launch up, grab it, pull it in, and it's all over. So it's something you have to keep in mind when you're up in Northern Australia. You have to be wary of that tail walking croc.
Yeah, it's so true. Crocodiles are just the masters of their environment. They really are. They've been doing what you see Murray doing here today for close to 200 million years. They are the perfect evolutionary design. They are just amazing. But let's see if we can show you just how fast a crocodile would be out on land. Now, a lot of people reckon that crocodiles will, gallop like a horse on land, like they're super, super, super quick. That's not entirely true. In the water and at the water's edge, they're definitely fast. But once you get out on land, you can easily outrun a croc. Let's see what he's keen to do here. Oh, you're right, mate. Maybe this way. Oh. Have a look at how switched on he is when I'm near his water. Look at him go. That must, he's quick. Hey, big boy. Hey, big boy. Up here. But watch this. Once I take a few steps back and he's out on land, I can step backwards quicker than he can come forwards. No worries at all. Give it up for Murray, isn't he just a legend? And on land, I'm not in too much danger. Really not much danger at all. You saw the difference. Striking out, going nuts. Once he's out on land, he sees that little bit of food, goes for a nice little amble, which is as much speed as he can muster. On land, grabs his food, and then all he wants to do is get back into the water. That's where he's comfortable. That's where he feels like he's the king. And it's true. That big tail, pure muscle. You can imagine how heavy that thing is. A lot heavier than I am. So imagine dragging that around on land. It's no easy feat. In the water though, cruising speed of a dolphin. That is how fast a crocodile will get to. No worries at all. So our job as human beings to stay safe in crocodile territory, well, it couldn't get any more simple. It's all about managing our movements, using a bit of common sense. You notice here, next to the water, Murray gets keen. He's honing in on the little vibrations that I send out. Whoa. And just like that, he gets ready for a hit. He gets ready to put on a big strike. But if I back off, get out of his face, and take a few steps back from the water's edge, eventually he's just going to go back doing his own thing, back to his own devices, and just do what any normal crocodile would do. See? He really couldn't care less. So 5 metres, that's the danger zone. You want to stay at least 5 metres back from the water's edge. Don't go swimming in crocodile territory. Don't overhang the surface of the water. And don't do silly things like fillet your fish and throw the frames out by the boat ramp, attracting crocodiles in. Just use a little bit of common sense and you'll be just fine. See how Murray there is not striking for food. He knows I don't have any food left. He's just doing it for the fun of it. So remove yourself from that strike zone and you'll be just fine. The reason why we stress this so highly, one, of course, is for human safety, but it's also for the crocodiles. Every time someone does something a little bit silly, they might enter the water with a croc, they get grabbed. It's very sad, because what do you hear on the news? You hear, let's go out and kill the crocodile. And that is a backwards way of thinking. That is absolutely horrible. We don't want to see crocodiles killed just because they're doing what they've been doing for millions of years. It's up to us to coexist with them. Take a few steps back, don't infringe on their territory, and in doing that, we stop the human-crocodile conflict and stop any reason or any need to cull crocodiles. Because the reality of it is, removing the croc doesn't fix the problem. All it does is create a false sense of security. These animals will move dozens and dozens of kilometres in one single day, up to 60 k's in a single day. If someone gets grabbed, you go and shoot the crocodile, a new one will just come straight back in. Not the solution. This is the most important animal in Northern Australia. The most important. The apex predator. The top of the food chain. We need crocs if we want to have the amazing biodiversity that we have in Northern Australia. And to keep crocs around, we just got to stay safe. Thank you so much for being here, for learning a little bit more about crocs, and hopefully coming away with a better understanding of them. For me, personally, and for my entire team at Australia Zoo, it is a massive honour to continue the legacy of the bloke on the big screen up there, my dad. Someone who literally gave his life for a cause much greater than himself, to hopefully educate and inspire the world to love crocodiles as much as you love the koala, to love the vulture as much as you love the eagle. this was something incredibly important to him. And Murray was actually the first croc I ever fed. I was about a month old. You remember that when Dad did the old one of these? He had me here and fed the croc in the other hand. Who remembers that? Who was old enough to be around for that? Yeah. Wasn't controversial at all, was it? It was great. That was Murray. That was this bloke. So what an honour, hey, to continue that legacy. Couldn't do it without each and every one of you. Every cent, it all goes back to wildlife conservation. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And thank you for continuing Dad's legacy. Rock through. See you later.
My dad taught me from a very early age. Be at one with the snake. Feel it, son. And I am. Woo. I've got to get the camera. I've got to be right in there. I have to get right fair smack into the action. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it to the limit. Danger, danger, danger. I jumped on a croc under the water.